Hey there, my name is Tim Stevens. I'm from Granger Community Church, a church in a little community outside of South Bend, Indiana, and I'm so glad to be here today. I want to talk very quickly about 5 things that I do to manage my time, my calendar. 5 things. 1, everything goes on my calendar. Everything. I just live by my calendar. And I make sure that I put the priority stuff on my calendar first. Priority stuff would be like family time, making sure that I've got adequate time with each of my 4 children, 3 of them teenagers, 1 of them in college, making sure that I have great quality time with my wife, both on a monthly basis, time away, as well as an annual basis. I make sure other priority stuff would be like strategic meetings and visioning and planning for the future for the church. Weekly connection with each of my leaders to make sure that I have adequate time with each of them. And then planning and prep time, something for example, doing this video today, making sure that long ago this was on my schedule to spend a couple hours this morning and get this video in the can so that I could bless you with this information. Secondly, I try to stack my meeting days. It's easier for me if I can put all of my meetings on 1 or 2 days a week and just meet from morning to night and feel like I'm connecting with people and getting stuff done, and then have a couple days a week where I have very few meetings. I can be a little more responsive on those days as needs come up. I can get a lot of stuff done on those days. So I stack usually Tuesdays and Wednesdays for me are meeting days. Third, I actually calendar my rest. I make sure that if I don't put time on my calendar for rest and renewal, then it's not going to happen. My calendar will always be full. And so looking well in advance, months and sometimes a year in advance, I will make sure that I slot time that's rest. If it's a busy season, I make sure that I got time at the end of that to take some downtime, to wind down, to kind of get centered again, get focused again. That's important. Fourth is I manage my travel schedule. A few years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, my schedule was getting out of hand. I had watched it from, over a period of 3 years, go from like 17 days away from the office to like 32 days away from the office to, I think it was 2008, it was 46 days away from the office. And I saw that going in a bad direction. And I knew that at the phase of life that my kids were in and my desire to keep a priority relationship with my wife, that was not a good trend. And so I sat down with my wife and my boss, Mark Beeson here, and just said, what's manageable? We kind of settled at a place of 30 days. That 30 days away is manageable. I can keep my priorities in line. Any more than that, things get out of whack. Any less than that, and I lose some of the fulfillment and purpose of what God's called me to do to resource church leaders. And so every year I manage that schedule, and I sit down at the beginning of the year and I talk through with those close to me what my plans are for the year travel-wise, and at the end of the year we reflect on how it went. And did I get over that? Did I get under that on those days that I have planned away? Fifth thing on this whole idea of managing your time and your calendar is leave room for people and leave room for God. If you're like me and you live and die by your calendar, it's easy to fill it up and not leave room for what God might bring along your path during the day or during the week. And that's important. Not everyone lives and dies by their calendar. There's times when people come in and they really need to talk. They really need some time. They really need someone to listen to them. And if I've got my calendar booked solid where I don't have flexibility for that, then that's a problem. And so I will plan something that I know might only take, for example, shooting this video today, it's a 5-minute video, and I knew I probably needed an hour to do it. I put 2 hours on my calendar. It gives me some flex time. That way if I don't get started on time, I'm okay with that. If I need to stop a little soon or someone pops in my office, I'm okay with that. But leave room for people and for God. One quick little acronym that might help you is the word time. Leaving room for people means you have time to touch them, inspire them, motivate them, and encourage them. T-I-M-E, touch, inspire, motivate, and encourage. If you'd love to drill down on this or other topics, I'd love to connect with you. You can find me at leadingsmart.com where I blog, on Twitter at Tim A. Stevens, or on Facebook /T Stevens. Hope to connect with you.